Tyrant, Terminator! It was good, GTA family. Back at y'all with another one. Man, today we at the Cook County Department of Transportation out in Des Plaines, Illinois. And we're just getting ready to see if they respect our rights to record in public, to make sure that our rights are not infringed on by anyone at any time. So let's go see. Please ring the bell if no one is at the window. But, there's the bell. It does say employees only. Right here, so I'm not entirely sure. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, GTA family. Yes. Yeah, I mean, is anyone going to help today or no? Anybody going to come to the window? It says ring a bell, but there's no bell. Come, okay. They said, come on in. Okay, administration office. Yes, how you doing today, sir?
What are you filming for?
I'm sorry?
What are you filming for?
I'm just recording. That's okay, right?
It is.
Oh, okay.
I suppose.
Okay. So, yeah, I just want to come in and document the building today. Get a couple of shots of the Highway Patrol Transportation Office and probably file a FOIA with you guys, and we should be good to go.
That's okay.
Gotta get some lights on, man. It's kind of dark in here today. That's the assistant engineer.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir? I don't see his position. Oh, okay. I see his name. Richard Hanson, Maintenance Bureau. Okay. All right. Guess there's all the different departments. Schaumburg. We had obviously District 2. We got one in Orland Park and Riverdale. It's the testing office.
And you are?
I'm sorry?
And you are?
Just some guy coming in. What's your position here?
The superintendent.
Oh, the superintendent?
But you shouldn't be here unless you signed in and have permission.
Really? Permission from whom?
This is a county facility.
Yeah, I know.
It's a government facility.
Yeah, I know. That's why we can be here.
Who are we?
Well, we the people.
Mm-hmm.
We the people. Oh, someone must have just told you I was good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. What's up?
Nothing. Nothing much. I just walked past your office. I seen you on the computer clicking away. Yeah. So yeah, everything's okay.
Are you filming me right now?
Yes, I am. That's okay, right?
I don't know that.
Oh.
What can I help you with?
I don't need any help. I didn't need any help at all today. Like I was saying, I'll get a couple of shots of the office and publicly accessible areas.
I think you need permission for that.
From whom, though? Like, who would I need permission from?
I would imagine the bureau chief.
The bureau chief. Well, you said you're the administrator?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be on.
No, you
here.
can't just walk in here and walk around offices
Right.
and
The same thing as if I was to invade your private property.
What?
There are
Oh,
procedures.
even though this is not private property,
It's government property.
which makes it public.
who are
Right.
you? Who are you with? Are you with an
So
organization?
what is your name?
I just,
What is your name?
I just rather
What
remain
is-
anonymous,
I
sir.
said, what's your name?
I understand, but I'd rather remain anonymous.
Okay, I have no other choice but to ask you to leave because
Yeah, I definitely will. Like after I'm done getting the shots I
you
need.
can't.
What's your name, sir?
You're not going to give me your name. I'm not going to give you mine.
Well, you're a public servant, sir. So you should. It's in your policy to identify. Oh, and now we have to file a FOIA for that picture. So don't delete it, sir, because if you do, it's a felony. So yeah, it's crazy, man. This guy don't want to identify, even though I guarantee
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
in their policy to identify themselves, but he doesn't want to. So, okay. Oh, this probably old then. The Cook County Board of Commissioners, but it says Cook County Commissioners as of December 2010, so that's probably old. Oh, well, probably not. Maybe it's the same people. I'm not entirely sure. This guy's on the phone trying to, I guess he's probably said the bureau chief. Hopefully he or she knows what we're doing is perfectly legal. We shall see. You guys make sure you stay tuned.
Nate, I tried getting hold of Ed. I can't get a hold of him.
Sir, what's the name of the bureau
Yeah,
chief?
that walked in the district here. He's videotaped.
Did you hear me, Richard Hansen?
He will not tell me who he is.
Oh, he's not willing to have a
He won't leave
dialogue.
until he takes his videos and pictures inside the district.
So,
And I said, you need authorization for that.
Well, it's crazy,
I
man.
just wanted to ask Ed how he wants me to handle it.
Yeah, so I'm
Where are you at now?
trying to get
Okay.
the name of the bureau chief,
you
but
tell me which one.
Mr. Hansen.
All right, thanks.
Mr. Hansen is not willing to give us his name, his or her name. Is that the bureau chief you were talking about? That's the bureau chief. Okay. Hopefully he knows about the rights we have, and I can continue to do what I'm doing unmolested. We'll be good to go. Shouldn't be a problem.
He'll be here soon.
Okay, it's great. What's his name?
He'll tell you his name when he gets here.
Okay. You still don't want to identify.
I'm a supervisor here. You don't want to tell me who you are.
Well, respectfully,
tell me who you are?
you never asked me. First of all, that's the first thing he
Okay,
did.
I'm asking you politely.
But I asked you first, though. What's your name, sir? And it's on you, so you have to identify. You work for the public, sir.
Yes, I do.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you're going to violate your policy on camera today. Okay. We'll go from there, man. Like I said, the first young man we came encountered with, he said he was all good. You know, he did ask us were we recording. We told him that we were, and We asked him if everything was good. He said, yeah. But these guys, not exactly. So, we'll wait for the bureau chief. I think I just seen somebody walking up. And then, yeah, this might be the bureau chief here. So, we'll see. Are you the bureau chief?
I am not.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
welder.
Okay. He said he's a welder. So, I'm not entirely sure. But, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. I think I just heard him say Ed, so I think the bureau chief's name is Ed.
You can't walk, you're not allowed, you have the permission to walk anywhere on here, so please stay over there.
Yeah, I do. I have permission. Yeah. Are you familiar with the First Amendment? No?
We'll see.
So you're not familiar? Like I said, the first dude we came in contact with, man, when we first got here, he obviously know about the rights we have, told us we was all good, but these guys right here, not exactly, man.
Why so serious? Why so serious?
Bureau, are you the bureau chief?
Come in here and close the door, please.
Oh, wow. He told him to go in and close the door. Oh. Yeah, you could tell this dude here, man. You could tell what type of character we dealing with him, man. He didn't even want us to have a dialogue. He's the supervisor, though, so I guess that guy right there probably feels compelled to close the door. So, but like I said, the first guy, I think, let me see if he's still down here.
Sir?
Respectfully, sir, if you're not willing to speak to me, I'm not going to speak to you.
Come on over here, you can't.
Says who, sir? I can't what? So this is public.
Come over here.
Absolutely not. I'm going to talk to the guy in the front here like I did when I first came in.
Sir, you can't walk through here. You don't have permission to walk through here.
Actually, I do. Speak to the guy in the administration office. Oh, he's not here, so we don't know where he went. But when we first got here, this guy obviously said, we told him exactly what we were doing. And like he said, he didn't see a problem with it. Well, verbatim word from word, he said, I suppose, yeah, shrugged his shoulders. I said, yeah, I'm going to just take some shots of the video, probably file a FOIA, and then I'll hike on out. He was like, okay. So it is what it is, TTA family. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. I heard somebody go through that door, but
Hi, my name is Richard Hess. I'm a supervisor with the Cook County Highway Transportation Department, 2101.
so
We have a gentleman who's going here, who's just walking through. He's taking pictures and whatnot. I need the police over here.
sounds like the guys on the 911 call.
597.
He has dispatch on speakerphone. It's crazy, man. And like I said, that's a beautiful thing when you have a camera, man. The camera will never lie. This guy, we tried to speak to Richard too. Richard's not interested in having a further dialogue with us at all. But that's the reason. So I'm glad we was able to speak with someone coming in. That'd be the beautiful thing. Like I say, the guy in the administration office right here didn't have a problem. The supervisor is, for lack of a better term, he's losing his top right now. But like I say, it sounds like he's on speakerphone with dispatch, with the sheriff's department. I don't know, Cook County Sheriff, or maybe Des Plaines police. I don't know. But it sounds like he's definitely talking to dispatch. So, well, we just see what they say when they get here, man. Like I said, man, it is what it is, man, at this point. Y'all stay tuned. So, Richard, did this guy call the police? Because if so, I want to hang around. I don't want to run or anything. Just want to make sure that if that's what's the case.
It's nice camera. You big into photography?
I can do it.
Yeah, they're ignoring me right now. They'll be wanting to have a further dialogue once the cops show up, though. I can rest assured that because, and then it all depends, too. You know, it really all depends on how, you know, it's always 50-50, man. You never know. You know, when you add the police to the equation, you know, anything can transpire. But we'll see. We'll definitely see once like I said, either Cook County Sheriff's going to come or Des Plaines, either one. But we definitely wait. Let me see if this guy came back from administration yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet. We'll see, though. You guys, make sure you stay tuned. Let me see. Maybe this is the bureau chief. Probably ain't going to want to have a dialogue since the supervisor was able to intercept him before he came in, so. Are you the bureau chief, sir?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, he's not the bureau chief.
No.
Oh, okay, because he said he was calling him, waiting on him to come, so.
I don't know who it is.
Oh,
I
are
have
you?
numerous bureau chiefs.
Oh, okay, cool. So there's numerous bureau chiefs, but I think I did hear him say something about Ed. So we'll find all that out. You can rest assured that. So you guys make sure you stay tuned. And Des Plaines is right there. Glad he's coming this way first. And not being intercepted by those guys, or did he turn around? Maybe he turned around. Let's see. Oh, no, here you go. How you doing, officer?
Okay, how are you?
All right. They obviously called you guys for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like I've been telling them. I've been trying to exercise two rights today. The first one is to record in public, and the second one is to file a FOIA. However, the supervisor, he's not interested in our rights today.
Okay.
When I first came in, I spoke to someone in administration.
Okay.
Let him know precisely what I was doing. Guy had no problem.
Okay.
But I guess this guy does. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just so you know, I understand what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I just don't know because it says employees only.
Yeah, so when I was I can show you the video as well. So when I was right there at the desk,
Yep.
as you can, it's a sign right there that says if no one's at the window, press the bell.
Yep.
So I was talking to the guy through the door. I was like, "Where's the bell?" He was like, "Just come on in," and that's on the video. So
Okay.
he told me to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I seen that sign as well. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just asking, are you willing to go back out there now since they don't want you in here recording?
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said, like, once I'm done conducting the business I need to conduct, I'm out of here. I'm not going to hang around all
Right,
day.
right. Okay.
I just wanted to finish filming and then file my FOIA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So can I ask you to step back out? Are you willing to do that?
Yeah,
And
after
then
I'm done.
I'll go find the guy you got to talk to. We'll figure it out. Okay?
Yeah,
People get intimidated by the
I
guy.
understand, officer, but I just don't want my rights to be
I
stepped
understand.
on. So,
all I'm asking, you keep recording whatever. Can you go back beyond the employees only sign?
but then my rights are being trampled on if I do that, officer,
Why?
respectfully.
No, why?
Because my First Amendment right. If I leave before
No,
I'm done.
I'm not asking you to leave.
No, I'm saying
and I'm
this
gonna go
area.
get the guy to. It does say employees.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
This
go.
this who we're looking for.
Yeah, not the guy in the front, but the one in the back. He's the one that called. I can't remember the guy's name that was in the administration office that told me I was good to go. But
I called.
yeah, he the one called.
Okay.
I saw him walking up another hall, asked him who he was, what he's doing here. He says, "I'm here to take videos and pictures."
Okay.
He won't tell me his name.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. Well within his rights. Publicly funded building. Nothing I can do about it. The mistake we made is we went beyond the employees because he was invited to. He says.
I can show you the
which he
video.
has evidence of. Okay. So We should have left him in the lobby, but he's well within his rights. There's nothing I can do or will do about it. Now, your business is you wanted to FOIA something.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to
Who
file
does-
for you.
Who did, with
The highway.
Okay.
Yeah, this entity.
so who does he speak to do?
We don't do FOIAs here.
Yeah, so FOIAs are handled as an online process for FOIAs.
I understand that.
So you can submit them through that process.
Yeah, I understand that's a way you can do it, but the state statute law says that I can fill it out in person as well. I do this all over. I know precisely what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd rather do it in person, the old school way.
We don't do it here.
Yes, sir. So how it works, I fill out a FOIA. Any public entity is subject to FOIA. I can fill out a FOIA here. I return it back into you guys, and the onus is on you to forward it to your public information officer, and they'll contact me. But you have to accept it by law.
I know nothing about FOIAs here.
Sure, I can contact others in my department to confirm
Okay.
logistics of that.
For sure.
My understanding is FOIAs are typically handled via an online process for it.
I understand what you're saying, sir, but that's cool. I'm glad you're willing to at least contact someone if you don't. Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
All right. So again, I'm just gonna ask, will you please go back beyond the employees only sign that is posted?
I understand what you're saying, officer.
Was it
but
yes or no
I was.
answer?
I
You
know.
can say no.
Well,
You wanna say no.
No, I'm not going to say no because I will, because I don't want to hang out all day.
Thank
But
you.
I want to get the rest of my shots, and then I will.
Got it.
That's the only thing.
Got it.
That's the only thing.
So at what point do you prove your point?
I'm not, it's not even really. I'm not really
No,
doing
no,
it
no,
because
I know.
if I would have been left unbothered, we'd have been good to go. This guy, I don't know who this guy was. I wish I'd have got his name, but he the one told me, "Yeah, come on in." He told me right there at the gate, "Come on in, sir."
I'm not saying.
And then I told him what I was here for, and he said, "Okay, go ahead."
Okay. All
So
right.
I want to be able to do that.
So the two gentlemen in front of you, they're not familiar with the FOIA system, which is fine.
He said he's going to go contact someone. So.
And he'll do that for you. So.
But prior to doing that, I need to make sure that we understand that, like, at this point, we need to make sure that we understand that you need to be in the area that's open and available to the public. This is an employee-only area.
Okay.
And for safety, this is a maintenance facility.
Right.
It needs, that is the area that is available to the public.
Okay.
If you can wait there, I'm happy to go look.
Okay.
And I will come back and talk to you about the FOIA process, what I find out.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Nathan Roseberry.
Are you like the highest person here?
I'm Assistant Superintendent at Department of Transportation and Highways.
Okay, I appreciate that for you identifying yourself. He didn't want to, but anyway,
That's because you didn't want to tell me who you were, so I'm not telling you
I
who I am.
understand. I understand.
What's your name, sir?
You know what? You were being respectful. I'll give you my first name. It's James.
James.
Cool. But my thing, only thing about that, right, is I have been invited in. You get what I'm saying? So I made no efforts to breach anything. I've been invited in. And this is public property. So I have a legal right to be here. So I want to be able to exercise my rights without you guys trying to trample on them. Hope, wish, and pray that we can do that, and then everything will be good to go.
Sure. What I'm trying to clarify is there are areas, this is a public facility, but there are areas that are safe and available for the general public, and there are areas, this is a maintenance facility, and we perform maintenance operations. There's heavy equipment.
I understand.
And we want to make sure we're preserving the safety
That's
for
correct.
everyone who's here. So that is an area that has been delineated for the public.
And that's why I would make no efforts to go past any restricted areas. I would, because of safety, I would stay like this is just a hallway. So everything that's on, you guys got brochures and everything that's on the wall. Those are public records, sir. Available to the public.
This is an employee area.
Sure, this is
only.
an area where
That might
employees
be
work.
well true, but I was invited in, sir,
By
by
who?
someone that works here. The guy that worked, you want me to show you the video? I can show it to you.
Invited in by somebody that
So
works here.
at this point,
He's not interested in seeing evidence that I'm telling the truth.
James, I understand and I do believe you. Okay. But it clearly says employees only. You were invited in. I agree with that.
That's
so far,
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
What I'm trying to verify now is clearly the boss is uninviting you into here.
But he
So
can't
he's
though, because
just-
he's not the one that invited me in. Now, if that guy came back and said that, then that would make sense. Not him, because his motive is just to get me out regardless.
Well, no. That's not true. He just wants to get you back into the public place. Then he's going to help you with your FOIA situation.
So okay, I understand what you're saying, officer. But if that's the case, then on camera you guys are admitting to trampling on my rights today. If that's the case, then it's all good. If you're going to infringe on camera, it's okay.
I'm happy to.
It's going to come
look
down
into
on this
your-
department, sir.
Sure, I'm happy to look into your request for the FOIA. As soon as we get to that point, I'm happy to do that. You have that request? It's on me. I'll work into that. I need to get to my computer to do that.
Okay.
Before I do that, I need to understand that we're in a safe place and my employees, in their employee-only area.
Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say then, real quick, just so we can sum it up. So we won't be going back and forth. You are going to help me with the FOIA, but you're not going to allow me to finish exercising my First Amendment right to record in the public accessible areas,
Publicly accessible areas, yes. This is not a publicly accessible area.
even though I was invited in.
I can't verify.
You guys got restrooms and everything right there, public restrooms right there, right to your right.
It's a restroom for our employees. You are correct.
For the employees, and so the general public can't use that.
No.
It's not intended for that.
Okay, we're gonna FOIA that too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me work on that. You have a request? So if you wouldn't mind stepping there, I'm happy to.
Is there?
work on
You
that.
know what? Can you guys call a sergeant? Just to.
He's on his way.
Okay, good. So just to make sure you guys are even making the right decisions as well, because I don't want them to tie you guys into these infringements. You know what I mean? Like I said, if the guy that was here right now that invited me in told me, then that would make sense. But these guys have another motive.
But he's also his supervisor, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure because we don't
He
know.
just said yes.
I am.
Oh, so you knew who I talked to, even though you weren't here?
I don't.
Oh, so then how can he confirm?
But he's the boss of the building. So
I don't-
he-
I
He said
I'm
assistant. He said assistant.
I'm the supervisor here, and I don't know who you talked to.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it could be somebody we don't know. We need to
That
confirm.
didn't have any authorization to invite you in. Because I'm the boss here at this district right now, and he's my boss.
Okay. Okay. So whoever was in administration didn't have the authority.
There's nobody back there. The only people that are here right now are shop people. That's just a guy that works here
Okay.
that might have been walking through here and happened to see you.
Okay. So
That doesn't mean that he's giving you an invitation to be here.
even though he said,
He's
"Come
not
on in,"
authorized to do that.
he's not.
He's a worker here.
But he's working in administration.
Well, normally the thing you do, you walk in here, you ask for the boss. Who's the boss? Who's the supervisor, the manager here? And they would have steered you to me.
Okay.
And then I would have asked who you are, and if you want to know who I am, I have no problem.
At this point, I would love to look into your request. You have the request. I want to confirm that process.
Okay.
If you'd be willing to step into the area that's.
You know what? I'm
provided for the public.
gonna step in the area, right? I definitely am. Let me just say this real quick.
Sure.
Obviously, this door, as you can see, even when the officer came in, it was obviously accessible, right? Usually, when you see a employees only door, they are locked. Correct? Do you concur?
I cannot concur. I don't have confirmation of employee-only doors being locked at all times.
I don't know that either. I mean, there's a sign there that says employees only.
But it's
That
accessible.
sign should be respected, and you should stay in that area.
But I was invited in. So.
So,
Okay. So, but you know what? For this time only, but when the sergeant gets here and we try to confirm everything, hopefully the sergeant will, because you was almost doing good. Is it Officer Bieber or Beer?
I'd probably be a lot more
Buyer.
popular if it was Bieber. There you go.
Officer Byer.
Yeah.
I mean, you did come in and you know, but I mean, at this point, it's almost like they're trying to enforce the feelings now, because
I'm just trying to make everybody happy. I understand your
I understand
point.
what you're saying.
Stop doing anything. All I'm trying to do is relay here.
But officer, watch this. Your first thing is to uphold the Constitution, not make people happy.
That's why I didn't ask you. I haven't demanded you do anything.
That's
I
true.
Told these gentlemen everything you're doing is well within your rights.
That's true.
You were invited in here.
That's
I'm just
correct.
trying to facilitate the fact that now you're uninvited.
But I can only be uninvited by who invited me.
Okay, yes, and that's why I'm standing here and you guys are facilitating. This gentleman's being more than accommodating for what you need. He's the boss.
Okay.
His boss. I'll guarantee you, whoever let you in is probably gonna get a talking to.
It depends on who it is.
So you're proving your point, okay? You're helping us make a more secure facility.
Okay.
It does clearly say employees only.
Right.
I completely understand your point.
Correct.
But your further point is, beyond the First Amendment, is this FOIA situation.
Which is an additional right.
an additional right, which he is more than willing to help you with.
Only
you
if I
can-
step in the vestibule.
Only if you step into what they deem their public place.
I just feel like if I do that, man, a
What,
little
is
bit.
everybody gonna run away?
No, I just feel
I'm
like
gonna make sure that your FOIA request gets handled.
no, you shouldn't have to,
I
officer.
agree with
That
but
ain't your job
it makes
description.
them more comfortable.
Yeah, but like I said, uphold the Constitution.
That's what I'm here to do.
So
For your end.
them being comfortable ain't part of the Constitution.
Yeah, but in order to do jobs, we have to be comfortable in our jobs.
But
And if they feel intimidated, which a lot of people do by the cameras, we're used to it. We got a camera in every orifice of our body these days.
well, you know what? Only people that's intimidated by the camera is people that's doing wrong.
That's-
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
People aren't used to it.
Okay.
So-
Well, I'm gonna say this respectfully, Officer Byer. Did I
Yes,
get the right?
got it.
Officer, what's your name and badge number, sir?
Shield 480.
Appreciate that. This is what we'll do. We'll wait for the sergeant to get here.
Okay.
We'll wait for the sergeant to get here to see if he agrees with everything, and we'll show him the video just to make sure, right? And then we'll figure out who was that exactly that invited us in, because we don't know. We don't know. So to be uninvited in, it would have to come from him. That's just only you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so why do you agree? You're waiting for a boss to
Right.
verify what I said.
Because
But
I
yet,
don't want you to make
wanna
us.
listen to whoever that person's boss say it.
Because they don't know. I
My
expect
boss
you.
doesn't know either.
Yeah,
He's gonna get here and not know anything I did or said.
Well, you know the law. That's what I'm saying. They don't know the law.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? They don't
They're
know
not
the.
arguing with you right now.
Oh yeah, he was the whole time. This
Okay,
guy.
But he's not now. Everybody's learning here,
I'm
right?
just saying, I'm
I'll
just saying.
guarantee you these gentlemen have never been put in this position, and that's okay.
Probably not, probably
That's why
not.
you're doing a good job of educating us, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
So what you should do, sir, probably is contact someone higher than you.
That's my next step.
That's a beautiful thing, and that person's going to know. I guarantee it.
Forward to doing that. If you can please step in the area that's intended for the public.
Well, I'm gonna wait here till the sergeant get here. I'm gonna wait right here. Now, if I'm threatened at any point by you guys, the officers, with arrest, then then I will. That'll be a subsequent violation. I'm just saying, because sometimes officers do. If you don't leave, we're gonna put you on arrest, and then I will, because I'm not, But at this moment, I'm just waiting for the sergeant. We'll see what he or she say.
Okay.
They're not gonna say anything different. You know that, right?
You know what? I've done this all over. I do this all over. I got over 200 and some videos of it. Sometimes the sergeant comes in and they honors our rights and respects and they educate everyone here, and we'll be good to go.
We haven't done that so far.
Well, I feel like you've done okay, but I also feel like
What could I have done better? You're here to educate us. What could I have done better in your eyes?
not
You're here
act-
to educate us. You're educating the public.
That's
Publicly
absolutely
funded
correct.
building.
That's correct.
Okay, so what have I done wrong?
You haven't really done anything wrong.
Okay.
But you're trying. I can see that you're trying to enforce their feelings, because you even admitted it. You said, "I'm trying to make everybody happy."
Well, isn't that the goal of
No, that's
law
not
enforcement?
good. No, sir. No,
Why
sir.
not?
You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, officer.
Yeah.
That's the goal, not the feelings.
I'm trying to make everybody happy. I don't.
Yeah,
not
but that
feelings.
Yeah, but it doesn't align with the
You
Constitution,
want-
right? That doesn't
But you want a
coincide.
constitutional right.
That's
what are we
correct.
gonna do to make that happen?
Man, all I got to do is finish filming these walls. That's it.
How much more film you need?
Man, it's some public records right there on the wall. Why can't
I
the?
don't know that those are public.
Oh yeah.
You're within the employee only area.
Yeah, but it's come on, man. I was invited in, sir. This is public property. You feel what I mean? This is like me going out to the parking lot right now, recording.
What do you call him?
Recording all the the county vehicles. Same difference. It's public property, man. Even though it's their employees that drive those vehicles, we can record them though, right? Same thing. I mean, so we're just gonna wait on the sergeant, sir. We just, just to make sure, man. I mean, I don't, a little bit, I'm gonna try to be an easygoing guy, man. I always try to be. It does say employees only. That's why I never tried to come in first. But when the guy invited me in, that changed it. It changed everything. You know what I mean? And I was invited in. How do I know that that's not an old sign? They didn't, it is hours of operation, so visitors are permitted. You know what I mean? So that sign could be old.
Is that sign old? Is that sign old?
It's been here a long time, yeah.
But I mean, it's
See what
still
I'm saying?
relevant, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, by that, you'll see a sign like that. Every time I see a sign like that, you're never able to access this door, ever. You can't even open this. It's always locked.
The director of the facility says it is old, but it's relevant.
I mean, of course, I expect him to say that if he's wanting me to leave. I don't expect him to say, no, it's not relevant, So did you find out?
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. Are you waiting as well? I mean, we could have been knocking the FOIA out, man. We could have been,
I'm happy to do so. All I'm asking is you go into the area that is intended for the public. That's it.
Okay. So if I don't go, you won't help me with FOIA.
I'm asking you to go to the area that's intended for the
I heard
public.
that.
That's the area that we have deemed safe
Okay.
for the public.
Safe. Okay.
That's where we interact with the public if they have requests.
Okay.
Like this area back here is intended for employee only.
Okay. I understand, man. I mean, like I said, if that was the case, I just don't see why someone from this entity invited me in. That it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right, man.
What's your Nathan? Nathan. Yeah.
So hopefully, man, Sergeant comes, man, and can clear all this up, man. Like I said, all we gotta do is get a couple of more shots of the wall, man. We recorded so many rooms already. It's just the last thing was the walls. I don't understand. File out FOIA and we be set for the day, man. They making it more difficult because at this point it's about ego with them, especially with this guy right here. So, we'll swallow his pride, man. Probably found out.
What? We're not taking anything. Through the file, we're gonna see what we know right now. So we're not taking anything.
It's crazy, man. I mean, I do see, like I said, we've seen this employees only sign right here, of course, man. But like I said, we were invited in, and usually, like I said, when you see an employee only sign, these type of doors are locked. You can't even come in, and it's not even possible. So, and you see that right there. It says, "Please ring the bell if no one is at the window." No one was at the window. There's no bell available. Got hours of operation. Vendors and visitors, please sign in at the front window. So, you know, obviously visitors are permitted. So like I said, maybe the sign is old, man. We definitely gonna find out, though. We're definitely gonna find out. So, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. See, after all this time we waiting, man, I could have had my shots, and you feel what I'm saying? I could have been good to go, man. It's crazy, man. I ain't being detained, am I?
No.
Oh, so I can go about my way, right?
Just so you know, you wanted to wait for the boss.
Well, I'm saying I'm going to wait here, but I'm not going to leave the building. I'm talking about in terms of why I'm waiting on the sergeant.
Right now, the administration here says you're in a restricted area. That's what it boils down to. So I'm asking you to stand there.
But if I'm not being detained.
I'm not detaining you. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna. You're in a restricted area, according to them.
According to these two people right
The
here.
people that run the building.
But the person that invited me in obviously said I could be here. So I'm just saying that as you being a police, you want me to show it to you?
Yeah.
I'm definitely finna show it to you right now. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, GTA fan. So what I'll do is I'll fill this out and I'll fill this out and I'll get a stamp received copy from you and we'll be good to go.
Sounds good.
All right. Fill it out right here? Okay. Yeah, I guess I can do that because I know you're not gonna let me sit at a desk or anything like that. So, but it's all good. Yeah, GTA family. So we're gonna fill out this FOIA real quick. We're still waiting on the sergeant, man. You know, I just wanted to make a quick point. I just actually showed the video where the guy said, "Come on in," and I just wanted to make a quick point, man. You know, the whole thing of, you know, we like I said, we seen this coming in, employees only. I understand that, but we were invited in. And like I said, this door is not locked. Usually it's just locked doors to where you know you can't come in. That's why when we first came in, I opened them like, wow, it's kind of unlocked. I made sure I stepped back to see if it was a bell available. But the guy in this room, in the administration room, which you would think anyone would think that's the highest office in this building, invited us in. So it is what it is, man. We're gonna fill out this FOIA and then we'll be right back, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. All right, sir. Yeah, if I could just get a stamp receipt. Here's your pen back. Stamp received a receipt from that, and then we
Put a copy of that.
for sure. So obviously he went back, and when he first came out, he said that we couldn't do the FOIAs in person. It was an online process. He spoke to someone, obviously of a higher authority, and that's why he came out with the FOIA request form, which we knew that we could do it in person, but they didn't know. But it's all good, man. I'm still gonna wait for the sergeant, man. Is the sergeant still on the way? Oh, okay. This planes ain't that big. Where he is, it seems like he's coming from Alaska or something. Bigger than oh, man. I mean, I pretty much, to be honest with you, I mean, you can see that the hallway is kind of small. I pretty much got almost all the footage, but it was one more thing on the wall that I wanted to record, and I don't see why that's a problem, you know what I mean? Especially being that I was invited in and it's public property, you know? I know you're probably not at liberty to really give me your full opinion, but I mean, it is what it is.
You might be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah. A lot of officers say that, though, you know, when they on the clock, man, I can't really talk about it. So,
Like you said, we're sworn to an oath.
for sure. It's all good, man.
There you go, sir.
All right. And one last thing, what's the direct number to this location?
What's the direct number?
Three.
What's the direct line here? It's on the wall right there.
I got it right here.
You got it?
We'll get that right quick, just in case we have to file some complaints.
(847)
Okay.
298
All right.
2072.
2072. Okay. You are the highest person here because we want to contact like your boss. Who do we speak with? Who do I ask for, like when I call to complain?
You can call that number and they'll get a hold of the right person.
Oh, the right person? Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna still be hanging out in the parking lot, probably where you know where everybody park at, because we definitely got to still wait for the SARS just to see, just to make sure.
Very good.
All right,
James.
All right, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, TTA family. So we're gonna wait for the sergeant, man, just to make sure.
Pardon me?
Just this one.
This one doesn't lock.
See, you say it right now. The door doesn't lock. They was telling him to lock the door now that I left, but that look, they said that door don't even lock. So and you can't lock this one. You absolutely can't lock this one. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, and to be honest with you, TTA family, I really got all the footage I wanted to get. I really would. The cop kind of sensed it. He was like, man, what point you trying to prove? You absolutely correct. It is about a point because this is the reason why we do this. You know? So y'all won't try to infringe on our rights. So we have to make sure that our rights won't be infringed on at any time. They're trying to do that. Let me see, maybe the sergeant has pulled up. They're trying to do that, you know, so it's really, like I said, at this point, it's about the ego of this guy, man. You know, the guy with the brown jacket. And even the other supervisor that came out, yeah, it was just another way of trying to get you out of the building. Yeah, FOIA is an online process. We don't have no FOIA here. You know, and then like you said, we go find out from someone higher, and then he comes out with the sheet. So at least he's been educated on that part. But still, like I said, we're gonna wait for the sergeant. We're definitely waiting for the sergeant. So we'll stick around a little bit, TTA family. We'll see what's going on. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Yeah, so the sergeant has came. So definitely about to see what he has to say and go from there. Stay tuned, TTA family. You the sergeant we've been waiting on?
sir. I'll be with you in just one moment.
Okay, all right. Probably check in with his officers first. It's all good. Check in with his officers. So we'll see, man.
Sir, let me just speak to them for one moment, then I'll come right back and speak to you.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man, we shouldn't. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing. It's just we got to remember that the point of what you're doing, which I agree with, is to educate people, and I'm not sure we're educating the people.
With this particular situation.
Well, I don't know. The thing is, those gentlemen inside aren't educated now. Now they're just frustrated and they don't know. All they can think about is locking the door now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and that'll be a violation. But
Well,
it will be because this is open to the public.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
All I'm telling you is that we didn't educate them today.
Well,
We intimidated them
I don't think we intimidated them.
because they're not going to see your social site.
They definitely are. I guarantee they will.
That guy that was in there?
Yeah.
No, he ain't been on the web in freaking 10 years. He probably don't even know what he's got dial up at home.
No, trust me. There's going to be a lot of people complaining.
So, yeah, I understand, but it'll never get back to the people that matter. That's my point.
It will, though, officer. I'm telling you, man. I've been doing this, man, for almost 18 months now.
Yeah.
And every time we come across a situation like that,
See, what I'd like to see you do is now come back out here, invite them out here, and say, "This is what I'd like to have seen you do for my rights. This is what I would like to have seen."
I was conveying it to them, but they wasn't interested.
They don't get it.
I
Because
know.
they're intimidated. They're scared.
Why though? For a camera?
Because they don't know. They're not used to it. You know that.
I mean, I understand that, man, but I think, you know what? I think the most thing you came in telling them right away though that it was public property, stuff like that. I understand. I appreciate that. My thing is when they was telling me that I couldn't even file a FOIA here, like it was.
But again, we didn't.
But he found out.
Because that other officer took him in the office and showed him where it was on the website.
Oh, so the officer had to show him.
That's
Oh,
my
wow.
point. That's my point. We didn't educate anybody. We didn't educate anybody.
Wow.
That guy's never had to do it in his life. It's not their process. I'll guarantee you there's going to be some administrative changes, so you did that.
That's definitely going to be.
But we didn't teach him anything.
Yeah, and I heard them on my way out. They was like, "Yeah, let's lock the door," but he's like, the
That's
second
what I'm
door
saying.
doesn't lock.
That's what I'm saying. That's their automatic thing. We didn't educate them. We just scared them, so now they're going to lock the door.
That's disgusting, man.
I'm just.
I mean, I hear you. I hear where you're going with it, but I feel like that's disgusting, man. You know, just for someone coming in exercising rights, you know,
I agree.
and they're public servants.
I agree with you 100%. That's my point. That's my point. My point is, you said you're here to educate the public. That's why you're videotaping.
Well, not really them though. Not really them.
But if we got to, okay, if we're going to educate the public, which I agree with 100%.
For sure.
So we got to do it. We got to educate the people that are accommodating the public, and we
That's
didn't
correct.
accomplish that today.
But only because they're not receptive to it, officer. They don't want to receive it.
They're intimidated by your camera. So like I'm saying, we should have done a little. What about next time do a little debrief?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be back.
Dave and Bob or Bill and Bob.
Right.
Here's what I was trying to do. Here's how you can better handle the public.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. But it still can. You know.
Only through mean. What are we gonna say? Posts, you know, and all those dumb whatever they don't know.
No, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. But
Sure,
I
will. You know
I guarantee.
that. Come on, James.
No,
You said you've been doing this 18 months.
It have been.
I
But
know that.
and we've
So
made a
you know
lot
what
of
the
changes.
responses are.
We made a lot of changes, man. Our rights have been infringed on several times.
Sure, I'm sure.
And every time I can't say every time because a lot of stuff is still being litigated and you know the process is still going. But we have made several changes.
But the change should have happened here today with those gentlemen that run this building, and it did not happen.
You know everything can't happen in one day.
You'd be surprised how fast it could happen if you just educate them.
Think about it. When someone gets shot or robbed or something on Monday, we can't have a judge and jury on the same day. It takes a while.
Sometimes it happens on the same day.
I've never seen it in the judicial
I mean, the
system.
conviction, you're right.
Yeah, in
But,
that term,
you know.
because you still have a right to a trial.
Sure.
Right. So, you know, I mean, I'd be cool with that, you know, with the infringement on the first day. Because, you know, when we come to a revisit, that thing should be different. So, and to be like, I kind of figured you was like, man, what point you trying to prove? So obviously you were on that I was trying to prove a point. I've got a lot of footage. I've got all the walls and everything like that. I was trying to prove a point because this guy was working off an ego. I told you to do it. I want you to do it. And he called you guys to try to enforce it.
I agree.
So it's cool.
I
you know?
agree. But that's where now we missed an opportunity to educate an old school Cook County Department gentleman. We missed an opportunity to educate him.
Only because they didn't want to receive it.
You don't
Because
know
I
that?
tried to.
We didn't ask.
No, I tried to tell them what I was doing. I tried to explain that it's all right.
But we got to start down here.
Yeah, but it's hard
You
when
just walked into a building, they never heard what FOIA is before.
that's crazy though,
But
isn't
that's
it?
true.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
But we didn't educate them.
That's crazy. I shouldn't have to. You know what?
I agree with
certain
that.
things.
I agree with that.
Like,
But
like even you, Officer Byer, I should not have to tell you it's your policy to identify yourself to a member of the public. You already know that. I shouldn't have to educate you. You should know these things.
not only that, but like I said earlier, we're used to the camera thing.
Yeah, I know.
People that are intimidated aren't. Like,
Yeah, I
you
feel
know,
I
people
feel
just
what you're
aren't
saying.
used to it.
That's crazy, man. Because like
I will guarantee you, all you accomplished today is you're gonna have locked doors in that building now.
now they're gonna lock this up.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is not right.
It ain't because it's a
Okay.
public building.
Yes.
And that's
Now,
gonna bring some
Where you
stuff.
and I are gonna disagree, where we agree is you got invited in.
That's right.
Where I disagree is you noted many times that was employees only, and then once you were uninvited, you wouldn't go back. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would think I would have to be uninvited by the guy.
You were uninvited by his boss.
Well,
Anyway.
but we don't know how you're doing,
I'm
Sergeant.
Mugo.
I would have never be able to pronounce that last name. Now,
What's your first name, young man?
James. It's James. Yeah, so Sergeant, we've been waiting on you to arrive, man. I appreciate you showing up. My thing was when I first got here, obviously we go in this front door right here, and then we get to the window there, and it says to ring a bell for assistance. There's no bells, but it is a guy sitting in the administration office that invited us in. So when he invited us in, I went to talk to him directly and told him precisely why I was here, to exercise my First Amendment right to record and to file a FOIA, which is an additional right. He said, okay, go ahead. So I started moving about the building, and a couple of personnel here didn't like it, obviously, and called you guys. My thing was at the end, I was trying to finish recording in a publicly accessible area since I was invited in, and these gentlemen didn't want to allow that. Now, when Officer Byer first got here, he did pretty good by telling them it's a public building, he can do it, but we was waiting on you to just get your take on it.
Okay. So my understanding is, well, you just told me, and then after that, when the supervisor came out, he said, hey, this is an employees only area, there's some signage, and I understand that one of my employees invited you in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you to leave. I don't want you in this area anymore.
Okay.
Something to that extent.
Yeah, he did tell me that. Yeah.
So, you have every right to sit out here and record, or even in the vestibule right here, and I've made that clear to them. The only thing they ask is that you don't go back into that employee area anymore.
Okay.
And they've got the signs up, and the same thing with the fenced off area.
Yeah, of course.
Other than that, we've made it clear you have the right to be out here. And
Now let me ask you this, Sarge. So let's say, like what happened exactly in the beginning, like when you guys leave, and I go back into this vestibule area, and someone from this department says, "Come in, sir." So if I'm invited in, it's a different thing. You know what I mean? It turns into a whole. So it's not my fault that I was invited in.
no, and no one's blaming you for that.
Okay.
At all. I have no problem.
You guys are saying since someone else is telling me to leave now.
Now that they're right, it would be like if I came to your home and you invited me in, and then I did something rude and you asked me to leave. At that point, you have the right to tell me to leave your home.
Yeah, I do. But let's say this, Sarge. Say you come to my home, and I invite you in, and I have a guy that I play basketball with on Fridays. He tells you to leave. Do you have to leave?
Well, I mean, it's your home, right?
That's correct. So my thing is about here,
But he's
the
an
employee.
employee.
But the administration told me I can come in.
Well, he's an employee, right? And then they can revoke that permission, which they did.
I agree if it's from the same person that invited me in, though.
Well, it's from a supervisor. It's from somebody that works there. It would be no different than if I told you same thing at the station, and then my chief came along and told you the same thing.
I mean, I feel you.
Yeah. And we're not here to curtail any of your rights whatsoever. You've been nothing but polite to me. I have zero issue with you whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm always trying to be,
Yeah,
man.
no, you seem
And we
very-
just wanted to wait for you to come,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know, because you know what? Like I said, I've to be honest with you, I do this all over. And when I come in contact, usually when I come in contact with areas that say employees only, obviously that's restricted area, right? But the doors are never accessible. Plus, I've never been invited past an employees only door.
Right.
So once someone does that, it becomes public now. I don't know if they know that or what, but when you invite me to a restrict
permission and then they revoked it.
But kind of, sort of, they didn't come from the actual person. We don't know if the guy that told me to come in. We don't know his position. He could be over these guys.
It might have been a civilian. Might not even been able to give you permission. It
That's
might have
true.
been your example with your friend that plays basketball. But regardless,
could have been true.
My understanding is everyone relatively politely asked you, hey, at this point forward, I
Right.
don't want you back in these areas. Could you please step out?
Right.
You agreed, like a gentleman. Here we are. No one's trying to curtail your right to record. You're allowed to record. Like I said, you can go in this public area or anywhere out here that's publicly accessible. They just don't want you beyond that employees only sign. Back
beyond
to the
that.
offices of the corridor,
Right.
through either these side doors or in the fenced-in area. That's
Right.
it.
As long as I don't go past anything restricted.
Right.
But again, Sergeant, if I'm invited though, that changes everything.
But then they revoked it.
No,
Like I
I'm not
said.
talking about. I'm talking about later, like for the future, because I'll do a revisit here, maybe a month or so from now. If I come in and invite it again, then
And I'll explain that to them. Like if they call us and we show up, and again, there's a video or something like your video, and you say, "Hey, a gentleman told me to come in," and there's a video of an employee saying, "Come on in."
Yeah.
They can always revoke it again. But yes, I agree.
yeah, okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough,
Any
man.
other questions for me, sir?
No, that's be all. How far is the Des Plaines Police Department from here?
It's a bit of a walk. It's downtown. So do you know where downtown is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to go downtown.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking Officer Byer here, man. I say, where's the sergeant? Where the sergeant coming from? Alaska? No, it's all good, man. Yeah, it's all good. Nah, you too. You too, officer. Man, for sure. So from the top, TTA family, from the top. And we still gonna wait for these officers to pull off too, man. We'll still wait for the car. They hanging around right now. The sergeant went back in there, probably gonna convey to him a little bit about something. But anyway, from the top, TTA family, my thing was this, man. We came in, we did see the employees only sign. So we've encountered many of those, right? We've come across a bunch of employee only signs that we know not to go past these doors, right? At first we did open it up. We opened it up and kind of looked right there in the beginning of it, came back out, and looked on the front of on the glass it says ring bell for assistance. So, because it didn't look like anybody was around, right? So obviously it was somebody in the administration office. Now it was somebody in the administration office that told us to come in. And I just showed the cop the same video, right? He's like, yeah, just come on in. Now, granted, it could have been a civilian, a regular person, but he's in the administration office. So any lay person or regular person would think that you're good to go, right? You've been invited in. So it's the same thing like at a police department. I remember one of my videos, we was in Pleasant Prairie Police Department. Once, it was a lady there trying to file a complaint on us filming in the parking lot, right? We was asking, I had asked the officers, can I come back in the office part, in their station part, to make a complaint as well on her. They was telling me that's not accessible. The station where their desk and their offices, wherever they do their work, is not accessible to the public. However, the police department is a public entity, right? But not that area. So another restricted area. We understand about restricted areas. But on that same video, they brought her into that restricted area. So now it becomes available to all public. This is what a lot of them don't understand, that part. Once they brought her in, then it was publicly accessible, especially by it being public property. My point, what I was trying to make is, once I was invited past the employee, it's just like if you go to a doctor's office and it says doctors only or employee personnel only. Personnel can invite you in that restricted area, then you're permitted to be there. It's not like just because it says that. The only tricky part about this one is they claiming that they are the highest people there, now asking us to leave. My thing would be, why can't we get the same person that was in the administration office to do it? And it just seemed like they were even willing to even see who that person was. But we did show the police. We showed the police officers. He was like, okay, I see what you're saying. Exactly, man. They're inviting me past the employees only. Plus, And what really kills it, just the killing part. We told him precisely what we were getting ready to do. Document the building in terms of record the hallways and file a FOIA. He said, okay. Someone in administration now. So you guys are you guys trying to imply? Are you trying to imply that regular civilians are in the administration office? At the Highway Transportation Division out here in Des Plaines? Are you saying any lay person, any regular person can go inside the administration office and be on computers and things of that nature? I don't think so, man. So my thing was, how do we know that that wasn't the highest person here that allowed us to come in? We don't know, but we're definitely going to find out, because I put a lot of stuff down on my FOIA. I put the first and last names of everybody that was working here at this time, at this date, who was working in administration at that. We're going to find out everything. We're going to definitely find out everything. And even that, and that's another thing, right? They still here, they still hanging around, but I ain't gonna leave until they pull off. But that's another thing. Dudes swarming down. Yes, online service. You know, it's an online service. You know, we get that a lot. You know, that's just a way for you to hurry up what you're doing and get on out of here. I was trying to tell him, no, we can do it in person. So he must have. But Officer Byer told us that the officer showed him. So the second officer showed him that where to go get the FOIA sheet from. So, oh man, it's crazy, man. But we got the number to this place. We definitely going to be calling, man. We definitely going to call. There's definitely going to be a revisit. They even tried to lock the doors, but dude was like, yeah, this second door doesn't lock. Of course it doesn't, man. Of course it doesn't. But every other spot I done went to, employees only doors are always locked. Even the restroom, I'm like, man, they got a public restroom right there. They said, oh, that restroom is for our employees. Well, you even see that. Authorized personnel restrooms only. So that wasn't the case. But it's all good, because I got all my shots. I got the shots of all. I was trying to prove a point. And the officer he caught that. You know, the hallway wasn't that big. I was just trying to prove a point that I was invited in, man. But they wasn't interested in that. But it's all good. We're going to wait around, like I said, man, until these two cars get up out of here, man, and then we should be good to go. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. So the sergeant's getting ready to leave. He was the last vehicle that we was waiting to pull off, as you guys can see. The other two cops are gone. They were parked right there. So, you know, that was just my whole main thing, TTA family. You know, we were invited in. Definitely going to be a revisit here. But my thing, hey, that's another thing they were saying when we was leaving. They was like, lock the door. And the other supervisor dude told him, man, that door doesn't lock. Of course it doesn't lock. But my thing is, why all of a sudden now you want the door locked when you got an employees only sign, right? You have that sign, right? So why would you need it locked? That sign should suffice. Oh, someone might get invited in again. I can guarantee the general public. Okay, yeah, he's booking on out. I can guarantee the general public has been through those hallways. I ain't the first one, man. You can't convince me that. But it is what it is, TTA family. Hey, we back live 2 p.m. Central, man. So y'all make sure y'all get ready to lock in for that. 2 p.m. Central on Sunday, so y'all can get ready to call in and holler at TTA and the fam. Y'all make sure y'all get ready to lock in for that. Is it anything? Nope, I think that'll be about it. So until the next time, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.